If your New Year's resolution involves trying some new things, maybe when it comes to food, you're in luck with some of the biggest names in the Twin Cities culinary scene planning new restaurants. 2023 is looking like an exciting year for our taste buds. Joining us live with more on that, Kelly Bush from the Minneapolis-St. Paul Business Journal. Kelly, good morning to you.
Good morning, Tom.
The restaurant industry, we know, is bouncing back post-pandemic. What are some of the new spots expected to open up in the new year?
So we have at least 3 new restaurants coming to the North Loop neighborhood of Minneapolis. One is David Fima and his family's plans for a French restaurant called Maison Margot that will have an underground bar and event center. And another one is Tim McKee's new, currently unnamed restaurant that's located in a new boutique hotel that's opening its doors next year. And just down the street in that neighborhood from these 2 restaurants are plans from Daniel Del Prado, who's behind Sanju-san, Anaconda, and other restaurants, and Bar La Grassa's founder, Brian Burnett, who planned to open a modern, unnamed steakhouse in the former Bachelor Farmer space.
Oh, very good. Yeah, excellent. There's been a lot of talk also over the years of opening a food hall in the Dayton's project. Could this finally be the year we see that happening? And what are you hearing about that?
So we're not hearing much about this food hall. Construction is apparently almost finished on the food hall space, and its opening is just dependent on rebounding traffic in downtown Minneapolis. And for a little background, the food hall is located in that newly renovated former Dayton's department store, which is pictured right now. And the building has so far secured 4 office tenants for about 10% of the total office space, and has held pop-up makers markets, but we're just not hearing much about the food hall.
All right, well, we'll stay on top of that one. I know you will too. 2022 also a big year for restaurant openings. What are some of the restaurants and chefs who made a splash in 2022?
Okay, so we have the owners of Hope Breakfast Bar. They opened another restaurant, the Apostle Supper Club in St. Paul, and Chef Vincent Francoul teamed up with some other restaurant owners in Minneapolis to open a new restaurant called Chloe by Vincent, and that's in the Canopy by Hilton Hotel. And we've also had new restaurants from Chef Gavin Kaysen, who opened Mara in the Four Seasons, and Chef Justin Sutherland. He opened Noise and Cutler Steakhouse in St. Paul.
Oh, very good. We know it wasn't all good news, and unfortunately for foodies, there were a lot of closures too. We reported on many of those. I know you did as well. Where were some of the spots where the food scene took a big hit in the past 12 months?
Yeah, that's a great question. So we had a handful of family-owned Asian restaurants close, and these were some of the longest-standing Twin Cities restaurants. So these include David Fong's in Bloomington's, Asia Chow Mein at Columbia Heights, Kiefer Court in Minneapolis, and several more. And then we also lost a little hub of restaurants in Uptown that includes Williams Uptown Pub, Stella's Fish Cafe, and Amore Uptown. And then we also saw a few breweries stop production as well, like Abel Seed House and Tin Whiskers.
Right. Well, we hope for a good 2023, certainly, when it comes to our food options, because we have so many good ones, certainly, around the area. Kelly, thanks for joining us. Any family watching from the room adjacent to where you are this morning?
Not this time.
Not this
Everyone
time.
has left. It's nice and calm here.
Good. I'm glad you had a good time with the family, and Happy New Year to you.
Yeah, Happy New Year, Tom.
Thanks, Kelly.